Welcome back. A friend, an 11-time National Sports Writer of the Year, 23 years at Sports Illustrated, but back in 2014, final column as a sports writer. He's in the Hall of Fame, by the way, as a sportscaster. Not as a sports writer, but a sportscaster?
No, sports writer.
Okay, I said sportscaster.
And why am I down here and like you're a pharmacist up there? Like, what is this? I'm in the principal's office?
You and Michael Lewis. I don't build the sets. I'm not a carpenter. I'm a sportscaster.
Well, it's very fancy.
At least I get joy now. Right up, used to be over in the corner.
I'm up on the stage now.
Oh, you get to be up too. Okay, yeah.
I'm also up above you as well.
You can just lecture me.
Yeah.
So my first takeaway this morning is you were one of the first sports writers. I think Charles Pierce was another one that you came out and said, Tiger could be a little nicer to people. You were never a fanboy. You're not paid to be a fanboy. You got a lot of pushback, I imagine, during that. But yesterday, and again, you've watched him with a critical eye. You never denied he's unbelievable. But yesterday, how did it psychologically land to you? Different?
I've known him since college, since he was in college, and I always felt he was too famous, too young, and he never could show his true emotions. And I think that's why he kept such a distance from everybody.
Right.
Like the 4 or 5 guys in his inner circle love him, right? But he just keeps everybody at an arm distance, and that was true with his emotions. Yesterday was the first time since he was a sophomore in college that I saw him really let us see what he was feeling. And it was incredible. And I stood there in 97 when he hugged his dad.
Yeah.
And he's so close with his dad. And I know he's so close to his son. And so to have that, I'm getting chills just talking about it. Just to have that moment, like I cried. And you know Jim Nance. I've known him for years. That's the first time I've ever seen him. He started to tear up in the interview. Jim Nance.
Yeah.
That's how big the moment was. And I don't care what you say. That was a really boring round of golf he played. He hit one signature shot on 16. He made an incredible up and down on 10.
Very smart
But
golf.
he was all smart. And for a guy that's made so many mistakes, you're a tennis player. A lot of what killed Tiger through this stretch was unforced errors. You had a beautiful wife, you had 14 affairs. You wanted to be a Navy SEAL, so you hurt your knee. You got addicted to pills. You got arrested. These are all very human mistakes. And yet this whole week, he hardly made any mistakes. And that's what brought him back. And the golf itself was just very smart. He just outlasted everybody. But that moment when he won, I'll never forget it.
No, one of the broadcasters said that this is the greatest moment in golf history. And again, there's these iconic, idyllic moments with Jack and throwing the clubs and Mickelson at the Masters. But I felt it was different. And again, I see it from afar. I mean, I'm sitting there on the couch and I could not move for 5 hours.
It can't be the greatest moment in golf history. Who said that? That makes no sense.
Well, the guy that was on with Nance. Let me ask you this.
Jack Nicklaus was 46 years old, 5 shots back with 9 to play, caddying with his son. He hadn't broken an egg in 4 years, hardly made a cut.
But he never got addicted to anything. He didn't see the bottom.
So his mistakes make his comeback better than, say, Ben Hogan, who got hit by a bus?
No. Yes, because Michael Jordan's... What makes Tiger and Michael different than every athlete in my life is they bottomed out. I mean, your dad gets taken from you. You decide to quit the sport. You're best in the world. You play baseball. You're not good at it. And then all of a sudden we're like, oh, now it's a comeback story. Now it's Hollywood. I think Tiger's flaws is why I'm sitting on a couch.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. But I mean, this whole Blockbuster video where you go in Blockbuster and there's no movies before 1980 in the old days. Remember Blockbuster? Right. Well, that's what everyone's doing now. You forget what 97 was like. Tiger Woods. We hadn't even hardly had a black member at Augusta.
Right.
And he won it by 12 shots. And then you forget 2000, conveniently, where he had all 4 major trophies sitting on his coffee table. He went 560-0, beat every guy that rises up, the Bob Mays, those kind of Orville Moody guys, beat all them, beat all the best players 4 straight times. That, to me, is the greatest moment in golf history, maybe sports, to have all 4 majors. So this was great. But I don't see how people are going, this is the greatest golf moment of all time.
But you're a golf encyclopedia. Most of us aren't. So we skim the surface. And this was the most emotionally important win for him. This connected with the guys like me.
Oh, it was emotional, man. I was sitting there crying my eyes out.
Let me ask you this.
That when he's holding his son, and then he takes them all, because he didn't used to be available at all for us to see his emotions. Never let you do that. And then suddenly he was just going crazy. And I don't know, something about it. I'm still getting chills about it.
When you were critical of Tiger, did he shut you out? How was your relationship? But for people that don't know this, you've been a golfer for a long time. You make fun of tennis players because, as you always say,
well, what do you get out of tennis? Every court looks the same. I don't care if you're in Singapore or Reseda, it's the same. Don't you want something different? I mean, we got hot rocks and streams and you're just, it looks like another tennis.
It's a very good point.
But anyway,
but when you were critical of him, how did he treat you? Because you're at every major.
Oh no, he shut me out long before that. He shut me out. He shut everybody out because Charles Pierce came in and wrote all the stuff. Because Tiger loves dirty jokes.
Yeah.
So he was telling dirty jokes, and the limo driver told Pierce.
He told him.
And Pierce, really wasn't a golf. He didn't care what happened to the rest of us. And man, he and his dad just shut us out. And I was pretty close with the dad and him through the first couple of years. And then it was over. He was so closed in. That's why what mattered yesterday was so amazing to see him do that and just embrace that family. And he didn't used to be like that.
Do you think it's a one-off? I mean, you've had back fusion, 3 surgeries, torn Achilles. He's older. Do we get a string of these now?
No, this guy was not an underdog. He almost won the last 2. He was leading Sunday at Carnoustie before the Italian guy was, and then he was right in the hunt in St. Louis, set that whole town upside down. He almost won, except Brooks Koepka suddenly became Superman. So he's been right in it. I think he's now ranked 6th in the world.
Oh, is he?
He led the whole tournament in greens and regulation. He's one of the top 10 players in the world. And now you got to think, he won at Bethpage. We go there next in May. His greatest tournament of all time, you said this one was, actually when he won by 15 at Pebble Beach in the 2000 US
That was
Open.
great.
Now he's going to Pebble Beach again. So he's got a real chance to win another one. I have $50 bets with 10 of my friends that he'll still pass Jack. I made those bets in 2007. And I've never paid him off because I think he's still going to do it.
It's interesting. When Tiger dominated golf, and this is very natural, when Michael Jordan left the NBA, we're like, okay, who's the next Michael? Instead of going, oh, yeah, we're not going to see another Michael. So Tiger leaves because of all his personal stuff and his physical stuff. And then Rory McIlroy is good, but not special. Dustin's good, but not. And Justin Rose. And there's about 19 guys, and they all win 1. And they don't win 3 and 4. And then now comes Brooks, the bomber. And everybody's like, oh, he's the next guy. And I'm sitting there watching yesterday, and I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of money in golf now.
But he did almost win 4 of the last 7 majors.
Okay,
right?
so you think
if he makes that putt on 18, he's in a hunt. He's in the playoffs.
So you don't think Tiger's just going to elevate beyond these guys now?
Oh, no, I think he'll try to. He's 43, Colin. What do you want from the guy? He's 43 years old. He's doing great. This is not going to go on forever, but he has a chance now to pass Jack. But you said something earlier. People just don't get how close he was to quitting, but he never quit. Jordan quit. Tiger never quit through all the shame. And he had the chip yips. He couldn't even chip it over a bunker.
Listen, he couldn't get on a cart. He said it hurt too much.
He couldn't get on a cart. Brooks Koepka got up. He got up for his 9:20 tee time yesterday, Eastern. He said he's going to get about 6:30, 7. Tiger got up at 3:45. He has to stretch for 3 hours just to get that body going. So what we're seeing, man, savor this because this is crazy.
It is nuts. Are he and Mickelson closer now?
Yeah. He's better with everybody now, except me, I think.
By the way, you have a new book out, Commander in Cheat, How Golf Explains Trump. I know Tiger's played with Trump because Trump plays with famous people. There's got to be a Tiger-Trump story.
Trump loves to play with celebrities.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he wants to play with. And, in this book, people think it's a political book. It's just a fun book about how much Trump cheats, not just in his golf game, but when he builds courses, how he pays people, the political trouble he gets into that started in golf. But he's also really fun. And then he never takes your money.
Oh,
but he always has to win.
Trump never takes your money.
Never takes your money. And then he orders 20 cheeseburgers in the corner of the grill with Diet Cokes and fries. And then anyone can come up and have lunch with him. And it's great if you're a spy because you can be mic'd up. But so he's playing with Tiger and Dustin Johnson and Brad Faxon. And it's Dustin and Tiger against Faxon and Trump. They're playing the back tees. Trump and Faxon from the white tees.
Yeah.
Trump's getting 8 shots. They hit it way left. He and Faxon are way right. Trump hits his second shot, fats it into the water, splash. He says to Faxon, throw me another one. They didn't see that. And Faxon's like, excuse me? Throw me another one. Throws him another one.
Well, he is the president.
Fats that in the water.
Oh, boy.
Drives up in his super fast golf cart, hits that on the green. Meanwhile, Tiger hits it like this for kick-in birdie. And Tiger gets up there and says, so what are you putting for, Mr. President? And he says 4. He's putting for 7.
But shouldn't presidents get like 3 strokes a hole?
Absolutely, but then you don't get to say you're the... He says he's won 20 club championships.
No, that's a bit much.
A bit much?
He's a stretcher.
I tried for a year to prove any of them were real. Do you know how he does it?
Well, how?
His first... Whenever he opens a new course, he has 15 courses, he plays the first round by himself and then declares that the club championship.
I love that, actually.
It is kind of ingenious. You got to kind of give it to the guy. That's pretty smart.
Rick Reilly, 11-time National Sports Writer of the Year. So now you don't write sports anymore, and you write movies, and you're in Italy. Will you, however, will this get you back to majors and following golf a little more?
Absolutely not. I'm going back to Italy.
Okay.
I'm playing my piano. I'm doing paddleboard. I'm meditating.
All right.
What he was saying about what a golf champion he was just got me so mad because I knew it was a lie because I've played with him. He says he's a 3 and he's a 10 and he says he's this champion.
Well, you golf guys are all about rules, but I'm talking Tiger. Will Tiger's great? No, if Tiger runs off 3 straight majors, don't you want to write about golf?
Yeah, you're right.
You can't not write about it.
You're right.
This is the great comeback in American sports history.
And I
modern.
You're right. I would love to write about it, but I don't have a job. I don't want a job. So I don't know how the hell we're going to do this. Maybe you can make a call.
I don't have any power anywhere. You know the big winner yesterday? I just thought about this besides Tiger in America. Who has the U.S. Open? Pow, we do. Huh. Pebble Beach, Fox.
Yeah. You know what Fox does great?
What?
You guys do great? The sound.
Yeah, I like the sound.
They're the only network that lays out when the caddy's talking to the player because that's what we want to hear.
Oh, I love caddy talk.
If you could hear if there was a guy standing next to Tom Brady at the line and you could hear that, wouldn't you want to hear it?
Oh, absolutely.
But these other networks talk over that. Like that's as intimate as you can get in golf. And Fox does a great job of that. And also the ball going into the cup. I love that sound.
Good seeing you, buddy.
Thank you.
Rick Reilly. Joy with the news.